The first, when some people get a hobby, they might take up, I don't know, a sport or collecting different items.
Yes, but our next guest has the best way to pass the time. He has spent the last 6 years parking in every single space in the same car park in order to make his weekly shopping less mundane.
Why do I think we're in the middle of an Ant and Dec practical joke right now? And Gareth Wild, yes, that's his name, joins us now, live from the car park to tell us why. Gareth, it's lovely to talk to you. Tell us the story behind this obsession, I suppose.
This all started off as a very, very small thing. You know, I come shopping every week, so you know, it's not a fun thing to do. It's quite boring, but I like to make boring things a little bit more interesting by setting a challenge.
I love that.
Yeah, I wanted to, just challenge myself to see if I could park in every spot. And you know what? If you've got 6 years of time, you can do that.
So, did you also grow the beard as well? Because I love that beard.
The beard is to hide, a multitude of sins. So,
oh, no,
yeah,
don't be silly. Well, how did it all start? So you took a picture, you got an aerial view of the car park. You took a picture of that, and obviously you crossed out the disabled bays because you can't go in there. What else? Did you cross out the mother and child as well?
Well, when I started this, I didn't have a family, but, I decided that I needed to start one so I could get those family days ticked off.
Because that would have added on a few more spaces. And you came up with a really good system, didn't you? Tell me a little bit about the 3-tier system.
Sure. Well, so the actual process was, so I got the overhead view, and then I quickly assigned bay numbers to each of them, because there's no bay numbers here. They're really trying to make life difficult for me. And then with a bit of color coordination and a spreadsheet, I always knew that when I was coming here, I'd have like a couple that I wanted to tick off. And the years just rolled by, and sooner or later, I was actually coming to the end, and I was getting a bit nervous about finishing it all. But last week, on Saturday, I got that final spot.
The jackpot. Listen, what was the one? What, you've been chasing the dragon? What was that final spot? Why was it so great?
Do you know, it wasn't a great spot. I sort of ticked off all the difficult ones to get early on, because you don't want to be bottlenecking the difficult spots at the end. So the final one was actually a pretty rubbish one. It's next to a trolley bay, so lots of opportunity to have your car dinged. It's F20 if you look at the chart.
That temptress.
I actually reckon that you might be inspiring lots of other people to do this, because I can get it. Because some days, like, I want to chat to people and I want a little bit of exercise, so I'll park as far away as possible. And I like that bay because no one normally goes for it, because everyone wants to park really close to the supermarket. So I'll park over there. So I can kind of get this.
Yeah.
I don't think this is mundane at all. I think this is brilliant. Where are you parked today, just out of interest? What space are you in?
I'm in the C's. I'm around about, I don't know, maybe like C20, something like that.
Oh, you're in the C area.
I think anyone that likes puzzles or is a list maker, or, I, for example, I've got a strict crockery rotation policy. So when they come out of the dishwasher, they go on the bottom, so the guys at the top still get a game. I'm like, don't worry, you're getting dinner and lunch. I get it. I think a lot of people watching this and get it. But, your wife still agreed to have children with you after all of this. What do your family think?
My wife, she's wonderful. She's still here, so I'm guessing that she's behind me. My children love it because I get to bring them along. We have daddy-daughter time running around the car park in trolleys, so they love going shopping. Yeah. They're chaos. They love tearing the place up. That's great. They're not always the most patient of children when trying to find a space, but if they're both with me, I'll just stick it in any bay and we'll just get on with it.
And obviously you've completed this challenge now, so what's next? Yeah. Are you going to go to Asda or Tesco's?
Or, do you know what? Lidl got in touch and they said that for every 10 spots that I park in, they will give some money to a local food bank.
Really?
So how can I turn that down?
You can't turn that down. That's
well done,
brilliant.
Gareth.
Well done, Gareth. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy parking, babes.
Yeah.
Happy
Cheers,
parking.
Thank you.